It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Eagles and the Jags, and it's coming up next.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Shedding through the defense, still churning. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Lawrence. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And some room to maneuver. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 17 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately. Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Here's Lawrence.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point put through by Saka, and that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Escaping the pressure right.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. The numbers for Sanders last week, very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
From the 22, Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll run on first down. Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Lawrence on third down. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On play action, Lawrence. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. Powerful running. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. Touchdown Jaguars! Evan Ingram with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sucker. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Eluding the pressure right. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On first down, Robinson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will go out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Through one corner, 14. Seven, our score. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 12. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. They go play action with Hurts. He'll buy some time right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Here's J.K. Scott now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. A nice move by Nelson. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 52. Now Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage. And, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Rolling to his right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be third down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work.
And he's looked pretty good. Does have the one interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run it down with Robinson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Lawrence there, complete to Robinson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Let's go. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, felt like that move deserved more than he got there. A gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It got his man complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play there for Philly. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
And he'll be hit and taken down at the 20 line.
Miles Jack working free that time to take him down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. So we hit the half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Another run with Sanders. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Dancing to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From the 24, Lawrence steps away to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt.
They go play action now. Lawrence
Open man right side is Ingram. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Well, with his size, you've really got to wrap up because arm tackles, they're not going to cut it. And that time, he used his full-grown man strength to fight off his defender and pick up the first down.
Now Lawrence on first down. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So I think have running back in their background.
Lawrence's throw taken in by Adams. A gain of 6 there on first. Again, it's Lawrence. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2 yards left on second down from the 9. On the run, it's Robinson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Robinson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point put through by Sucker. And that makes it a 21-10 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Here's Hurts to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His fourth touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They'll turn to Sanders.
And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for two is snuffed out.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just had more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just a minute. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. And a dump off here to Robinson. 2 yards on the pickup there. And just like that, it's third down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll run here with Robinson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
81 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence.
Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Isaiah Simmons
in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
Lawrence will throw. That's out wide here for Robinson.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Lawrence going to give this to Robinson. Draw play. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Again, it's Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point up and good by 2nd. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Now a throw here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And there was a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Throwing is Hurts. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. And they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up. But they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. They go play action with Hurts. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to. But as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And shedding through the tackle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. Second and 11 now. They run. Robinson. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire.
So this will be a win for...